The great hall of the galactic conclave stretched beyond what human eyes could comfortably measure. Thousands of species had packed the tiered amphitheater, reptilians from the Vorath cluster, the towering silicon-based Keth, the gaseous minds of Nebula 9 drifting inside sealed spheres. Every seat was filled. Every seat except one. The placard read, Earth, SOL System, Sector 7 Gamma. Ambassador Vorath of the Vorath Conclave clicked his scaled jaw impatiently and turned to his aide. They were notified 400 years ago. 4 centuries. And still, nothing. Perhaps they did not survive, whispered the aide. Or perhaps, said the ancient Keth elder, Soren, his crystalline body humming softly, they simply did not care. The hall murmured. It was unthinkable. Every species, upon discovering faster-than-light travel, had rushed to join the conclave. It was the first thing civilizations did. They begged. They petitioned. They sent gifts, diplomatic envoys, cultural archives. Acceptance into the galactic conclave was the greatest honor a species could receive. Earth had never applied. The signal came without warning, no diplomatic preface, no ceremonial greeting protocol, no universal peace frequency. Just a standard communication beam, the kind one might use to order cargo. This is Captain James Holloway of the United Earth vessel Resolute. We're passing through your sector on a supply run to the Kepler colonies. Your station is blocking our transit lane. Please advise. Vorath stared at his communications officer. They are asking us to move. Yes, Ambassador. Do they know who we are? The communications officer checked. They do now, sir. They say, a pause, they say, and I quote, noted. Still need that lane cleared. We're running behind schedule. Silence blanketed the bridge of the conclave flagship. They allowed the Resolute to dock, more out of bewildered curiosity than protocol. Captain Holloway walked aboard the conclave station with 2 crew members, Lieutenant Dana Reeves, a sharp-eyed engineer from Montana, and Sergeant Marcus Webb, a former Marine who looked disturbingly relaxed. Vorath met them personally, flanked by 6 armored Keth guards, an implicit show of conclave power that had made a dozen species tremble upon first contact. Holloway shook Vorath's hand. He actually shook it, like meeting a neighbor over a fence. Good to finally run into you folks, Holloway said. We've seen your station on charts for years. Beautiful construction, by the way. Who did your hull plating? Vorath's translator flickered. You have seen our station on charts. Sure. Since about 2180. We've been meaning to stop by. He glanced around the hall with the relaxed appreciation of a tourist. So this is the Galactic Conclave. Nice place. Soren, the eldest Keth, drifted forward. In 10,000 years of conclave history, he had never been surprised. He was surprised now. You were invited to join this body 4 centuries ago, Soren said, his voice like grinding quartz. You never responded. Why? Holloway looked at Reeves. Reeves shrugged. We figured, Holloway said, if it was important, you'd come to us. And if you didn't come, we'd be fine either way. The hall was absolutely still. You did not want acceptance. Vorath said. Want it? Holloway tilted his head. We didn't need it. We had work to do. Colonies to build. Problems to solve. We appreciated the invite, genuinely. But humanity doesn't really join things to feel valid. We join things when there's something useful to contribute, or something useful to gain. He paused. Is there? 3 days later, Earth formally joined the Galactic Conclave, not with ceremony or tears or speeches about destiny. Holloway signed a charter between a coffee and a conversation about asteroid mining rights. But every delegate in that hall remembered the moment differently afterward. They remembered that Earth's seat had been empty for 400 years, and Earth had not suffered for it. Had not shrunk for it. Had simply continued, building, expanding, laughing, surviving. Completely indifferent to whether the galaxy approved. Ambassador Vorith watched Holloway laugh at something Reeves said as they walked out of the chamber. He turned to Soren. They are dangerous. The old Keth hummed quietly. No, Soren corrected. They are free. That is far more unsettling. Outside the great windows of the Conclave station, the Resolute sat docked in the transit lane, unhurried, unimpressed, and pointing toward the stars like it already knew the way home.